Have you ever heard that sharks can smell a single drop of blood from miles away? It's a super common belief, right? We've all seen it in movies. Someone gets a tiny cut in the ocean, and suddenly, fins are circling. It makes for a great horror movie scene, but is it actually true? Today, we're diving deep into the world of sharks to separate fact from fiction. Let's get straight to it. Can a shark really smell a drop of blood from miles away? The short answer is, no, it's a huge exaggeration. But like many myths, there's a small kernel of truth buried inside. Sharks do have an absolutely incredible sense of smell. It's one of their most powerful and important senses, and they are extremely good at detecting scents in the water, including blood. So how good is their sense of smell, really? Scientists have studied this, and the results are still mind-blowing. Some sharks, like the great white, can detect 1 part of blood per 10 billion parts of water. To put that into perspective, that's like detecting a single drop of blood in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. That is astonishingly sensitive, but an Olympic swimming pool is definitely not miles and miles of open ocean. The idea of smelling that one drop from a mile away, let alone several miles, just isn't realistic. Here's why. Scent, whether it's blood or anything else, doesn't travel instantly or in a perfectly straight line through the ocean. It has to be carried by the currents. If the water is completely still, that scent isn't going anywhere fast. Even with strong currents, the scent particles get dispersed and diluted over distance. The further it travels, the weaker the signal becomes. So by the time it gets a mile away, it would be so diluted that it's basically undetectable, even for a shark's super sniffer. So if a shark is nearby, say, a few hundred yards away, and the current is flowing in the right direction, it will absolutely pick up the scent of blood. This scent acts like a dinner bell, telling the shark that there might be a potential meal nearby. But it doesn't just send them into a mindless frenzy. When a shark smells blood, it doesn't immediately know what it is. It could be a fish, a seal, or just a small wound. The smell simply triggers an investigative behavior. They'll start swimming in a zigzag pattern, trying to follow the scent trail back to its source to figure out what's happening. It's also important to remember that sharks are not exclusively interested in human blood. In fact, studies suggest they are far more attracted to the blood and oils of fish and marine mammals, their natural prey. Fish blood contains specific amino acids and compounds that are like a 5-star restaurant sign for a shark. Human blood? Not so much. To a shark, we don't smell like their usual dinner. So the next time you're at the beach and get a small cut on your foot, you don't need to panic and imagine every shark in a 5-mile radius is racing toward you. The reality is far less dramatic. A shark would have to be relatively close, and the current would have to be just right for it to even notice. And even then, it's more likely to be curious than aggressive. Sharks are fascinating, highly evolved predators, not the mindless monsters movies make them out to be. Their sense of smell is truly one of nature's wonders, but it's not supernatural. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the world of sharks. If you found this interesting and want to debunk more myths with us, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Let us know in the comments what other myths you'd like us to explore. See you next time.